Hey guys, today I'm going to show you about what an NZXT H510i looks like and how it's like to build in. First up is the mid-tower case. It's tempered glass side panel with a separate partition space for the power supply unit. The tempered glass, first off, can be taken out by removing one screw and pulling the tab outwards. Upon removal of the tempered glass, you will see a very slim, very sleek cable cover that goes all the way to the bottom, which covers the PCI cables as well. It has two generously cut grommets for you to pass through thicker cables like the USB 2 and the SATA pop cable and USB 3.0 cable, etc. This motherboard tray supports up to ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX. This model comes with four 120mm fans, one on the top, one on the back, two on the front. The fans on the front is pretty easy to remove for installation. You just simply remove two screws, one on the top, one on the bottom, and slide it out like a door. You can then remove this tray and you can install your fans or radiator without having to remove the front panel. On the top side of the case, you see a front the front button panel, including a USB 3.0, a USB Type-C, and a headphone jack. This case makes very well for its consistency by including this front panel in one single panel, so that you won't have a separate panel that would make the case look inconsistent. So NZXT have pretty much aced the aesthetics factor. The back panel is not tempered glass, but it's another steel panel which can easily be removed like you would with any other conventional case. Remove the tab here, remove the tab here, and then you just pull it out. Inside, you're going to see a bunch of cables. First up, you see the 510 comes with RGB strip, which is controlled by this NZXT RGB controller, which allows you to also monitor all your components using the CAM software. It's powered by a USB 2.0 header, so make sure you have enough USB 2.0 header on your motherboard if you're also installing your cooler. In here you will see a bunch of cables. This case comes with a front USB cable. As usual, there's only one cable. Most cases have two. This is because, as I mentioned before, we only got one USB 3.0 in the front. It comes with the front panel buttons, headers. You got the reset, the power LED, and the HDD LED. You also got the USB 2.0, which I explained earlier. It's for, the HD audio, which connects to your motherboard to utilize the front headphone jack. For SSD and HDD mount points, this case comes with two 2.5-inch SSD or HDD installer bracket, with the bottom having a caddy that supports two 2.5-inch HDD or SSD or a 3.5-inch hard disk drive. The case also has very good cable management system. If you notice, you see a rail on the spine of the computer where the 24-pin motherboard cable passes through, and also another rail system for the 8-pin CPU power cable to go around it to the bottom and route it back in the spine. The spine cuts off very conveniently from the cable cover here. The cable cover is slightly shaped that it's thicker on the top because it allows more clearance for 24-pin motherboard ATX power cable, which they tend to get thick from time to time. The cable cover becomes more narrower in terms of clearance. This is because you will not be plugging anything around this area apart from your SATA cable or your fan cables, which don't require much room. The case also comes with a twin orientated power supply installation system. It has a grill, an air intake grill on the bottom, and there's another air intake grill on the top, as you've seen in the previous clip. The bottom one comes with a slidable drawer that acts as a dust filter, and it can take long power supply, including 1000 watt power supply units, and would still have enough clearance for any PSU cable that needs to be stashed. On the back side of the case, you're going to see this case comes with a optional GPU vertical mounting bracket, or up to 7 side mounted PCI brackets for all your PCI cards, including your graphics card. The window, which allows the PSU grill to cool so it doesn't overheat. The top here supports a 120mm fan or radiator, and you got the I/O shield here. The only downside of this case is you are unable to side mount your GPU on the horizontal mounting bracket. This is due to NZXT cases having permanent dividers installed between the brackets, which, unlike Cooler Master or some other cases, there's no divider at all. The back panel also comes with a grill. Also allows for your front fans to either suck in air or exhaust air out, due to the fact that there is no mesh cover on the front. It is a very genius method used by NZXT that allows side air intake or outtake grills, compared to most cases which you're stuck with a non-removable, non-mesh solid panel. As mentioned before, the I series comes with a NZXT RGB-fan hub. This hub not only controls RGB, but you can also control up to 3 fan speeds. So you can plug up to 3 fans in it. They support 4-pin fan headers, so they are also compatible with 3-pin fan headers, and 2 LED strip capability. One has been used up for the front of the case. In terms of cable management, most people are very conscious about tie down point. The more tie down points, the better. This case has a lot of tie down points located at convenience locations. You got 2 tie down points here, 2 tie down points here, 2 tie down points here, which is good for SATA cables and front connector cables with 2 cable tie down points over here, and over here, allowing you to tie down the 8-pin CPU power supply cable. However, the only bad thing is there is no cable tie down point here. You're basically relying on the rail for you to feed the 24-pin ATX motherboard cable through. Occasionally, this rail, however, has several holes which would allow you to mount a Velcro strap, allowing you to treat it as a artificial tie down points. So it's quite disappointing to see there's no tie down points through the spine of the case where most of the cables would come out of, especially the motherboard, 24-pin ATX, or SATA cables, or other fan cables. Well, that's it for the review of the NZXT H510i. Now you know what it's like to build inside one of these. They're pretty good in terms of cable management wise, and also fan locations with a side position air intake outtake grills, so it wouldn't have to rely on the front of the case for air intake. So if there's anything that you disagree in this review about the case, simply comment on it, or if I've missed any features, also simply comment on it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. If you thumbs down, tell me why. I take any constructive criticisms to heart. Only help me improve my future video. So yeah, thanks for watching this unboxing or review of the H510i case. This case retails for about $190 USD, Australian dollars, or $165 for the non-I version, and can be found in major Australian retailers such as M-Wave, PC Case Gear, M-Wave, and Scorptech. So that's it. I hope to catch you in the next video. There's more reviewing, unboxing, and upgrade videos, and I'll see you on the next video.